Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, February 17th when I'm starting this video. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do. It may take me a few days to get enough clips to even make this video worth watching, if it's worth watching at all. But it's been a few weeks since I started anything homestead farmsteading, so I've got to get to work. One of the things I don't like about this time of the year is the time. I don't get off work early enough. By the time I drive 30-45 minutes to the house, it is almost dark when I get home, but I can't do anything out here. The other thing, it's also our rainy time of the season. If it's not raining, the ground is too wet. It started sprinkling rain yesterday around noon, sprinkled all day long, half the night, so sometime it's quit, which means the ground is wet and has probably interrupted my plans, but I've got to get started. So see, I've got the trailer hooked up, so let's see what we can get done today. Well, as I said, plans have changed because of the rain. It is sprinkling rain. I don't know if you can see it on the lens or not, but it's dry enough that I did get the garden tilled up, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But one of the next things I've got to do is I've got to get water from, there's a line that runs from that pecan tree right there to that row of trees, and you see the spigot right there. So I know there is a 2-inch water line that runs somewhere underground right here, and believe me, it is not a straight line. I can tell you that, because the straight line would have been from where I'm standing to the well right there, but the water line is over here. So I've got to figure out where this line's at right here to get it to that post at that birdhouse for the garden. Digging the trench is easy until I get to where this water line's at, because I do not want to hit it with the trencher, because if I do, I'm liable to split 20 foot of pipe, and I'm not wanting to fix that much, because the bad thing is that goes to the house. So once I break it, I have got to get that line fixed. So didn't get that today. Trencher wasn't available after I was thinking about that, so didn't get that done, but did get the tiller. See, this is my brother's Mahindra tractor. First time I've ever used it. The more I used it, the more I liked it. But at first, you couldn't have sold that thing to me for a penny. I wouldn't have give you a penny for it. But the more I drove it, the more I liked it. But the cab is too small. My knees would hit the shuttle shifter, so didn't like that. The cab is noisy going down the road. There must not be any insulation to that thing. Get to using it, it wasn't so bad, but going down the road, or you better have some earplugs in. But that's my brother's Mahindra. This tiller is mine. I bought it a couple years ago at a real good deal, even knowing I didn't have a tractor at the time and still don't have one. I couldn't pass up the deal on the tiller. So you can see this here was cotton stalks. You can see the cotton left in it. So it's now tilled up. My goal is to plant, well, I'm gonna square this up to 100 by 100. So we'll have rows of stuff in the ground. We're gonna start putting some raised beds. If you watched my review of the Saker cordless drill, you saw me build another 5-gallon bucket holder, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But that way we can start out here. This spot is bigger than 100 by 100, I hope, because I wanted to make sure I could get my garden in there. Now, I didn't till this up because somewheres for our new house, the driveway is going to come right through here. I just don't know if it's going to be on, I'm assuming this side of, might help, that light pole right there that will come in right here and then go to the new house. So I needed to stay away from this spot where we're at. So I wanted to start somewheres lined up with that birdhouse. Looked like a good enough place to start to me. We'll go 100 foot down to that corner, 100 foot across the bottom end, 100 foot back up, and 100 foot across. And there's a reason for that, because I'm the first one that hates to take farmland to build a house or to do anything else with. But as most of y'all know, I'm 60 years old. This has got to be my last move, I hope. So, you know, with farming, you've got farm numbers, land numbers, and all that, so you have to be careful of boundary lines. So I've got to be careful of this line right here. So even though our house is going to go somewhere right there, I'm not sure if we'll farm this spot here, let cousin Jim farm it one more year, or if we'll go ahead and put the house there. So I wanted to be careful that I give him that opportunity to come right down that line of that space right there. You can see it's lined up right here. So enough blabbering about that. Let me go see what my next task for this Saturday is. In that last clip, I said that I would show you the 5-gallon bucket holder that I built on that review of the Sacred Cordless Drill. And so there's finished. Jackie has primed it. She has painted it black to match the other one. So we'll carry them to the garden that you just saw. And we'll put them on stones to keep the bottom from sitting in the wet dirt. So we'll put them up on flat pavers and put them back to back. So we'll have 2 rows of 5-gallon buckets. And my goal is that I'm going to run irrigation down this line and then just tee over into each bucket with some drip irrigation, which you see I got some pipe circled up on the wall over there. So I've got all that. So here's part of Jackie's green stalk. Got some lettuce in it. That's just the fern there. But these 3 jalapeno peppers, she has overwintered them things, and they're still producing. You can see, well, there's not one on that one, but you can see a couple on this one right here and another one right there. So a couple, 3 more right there. So a good sized one right here. So they have still been producing. Of course, the lettuce has been producing. Excuse me, another green stalk with strawberries in it that's been overwintered. And we've had these 2 baskets here, and those come from old tobacco barns where the gas burner sit under the basket. So that way, if any tobacco leaves fell out of the racks, they wouldn't fall right on the burner. Hopefully the baskets would catch them. So we're just going to use that to set some more of those black pots on top of, so that way just don't have to bend over as far. You know, we're all getting up in age, so don't like that bending over. Of course, and then I was excuse me, able to buy this used planter here. Got a real good deal on it, so couldn't pass that up. So everything else is black, but I told Jackie I had to have some International Red, so went and bought me some International Harvester red paint, and so that'll be hauled over to Blessed Nana's as well. And some of you may be wondering about that. Well, that is Andrew's new truck. You know, he had a white 2013 Limited, and he's over there in the Middle East serving our country. That money's burning a hole in his pocket. So with technology, him and his mama was able to buy that thing and him sign the papers while he's in the Middle East. The truck he wanted when she went to the dealership wasn't available. And this is a tip: if any of y'all are looking for a Ford Ranger, beware, them things have gotten expensive because everybody's wanting one. So he actually bought this cheaper, a full-size F-150 STX, cheaper than he could get a Ford Ranger. So went from white to silver, so it would still match our logo for the farmstead. You know, this white, red, and black. So that's new to him. Went from a 2013 to a 2019. And of course, it's just sitting here because he's still in the Middle East. So we have drove it to we probably put 400 or 500 miles on this thing since we've had it. Just driving. You know, we want to make sure it's in good shape, because we'll end up driving this back to Fort Drummond, New York when he gets back stateside, whenever that will be. So you'll just see this sitting around. We'll drive it from time to time, just to, I may drive it once a week to where I work in Homerville, which is a 45-minute drive. Once a week, Jackie drives to Valdosta to work, which is a 70-80 mile drive. So one of us will drive it just to put some miles on it. And then I just got my old faithful here, and she has her new Ford Ranger, but really nothing else going on, because in case you can't see, as I said earlier, it has rained harder since I got done tilling, so at least I got the tilling done. So that's going to end this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up. I hope y'all watch the commercials, because I need some YouTube money. So do me a favor, watch them commercials, because I can promise you that if I watch your videos, I watch the commercials. So until we get back together, y'all take care and God bless.